Welcome to the Carthage campaign for Et Impera 1.2.2. As you can see, we are starting on the campaign map. The reason for that, guys, is I've recorded a separate introduction video which should be available at the same time as this video. So if you want to know the detail behind the starting conditions for the campaign, which is obviously Carthage, and the objectives, feel free to go and watch that video. For any of you guys who are not particularly interested in long introductions, I will give you a quick 2-minute introduction. Obviously, as I've said, we are playing as Carthage. We are playing as the Barcid dynasty, which means there's a good chance, because I'm using the historical family submod, that we could get Hannibal leading our faction to victory over the Romans, because of course that is the focus of this Let's Play. There is also a sub objective within this Let's Play, in the fact that back in November 2017, if you're watching this in the future, CA launched the Divided Empire DLC, and as part of that release was a free DLC called Power and Politics, which actually changed the structure of the relationship between the minor families with the ruling family, which of course is the Barcid dynasty, and this is the new loyalty mechanic. So I thought, as part of this Let's Play, what I want to do is explore how you can improve loyalty, what actions you take which can reduce loyalty. So there's going to be an element of experimentation. So I'm going to probably do a couple of things which is not min-max in this campaign. I may do something. Well, the example that's glaring at me straight away is this guy's going to get himself killed. The reason for that is that I want to see the consequences of a leader dying in battle. The other one is I also want to see the consequence of, if you kill the last member of a family, does this party disappear, or does some new leader suddenly appear out of somewhere? I want to experiment with that as well. So that's the type of thing that's going to happen, guys. It could get us into trouble. It could trigger a war succession within, let's say, the first 30 turns. What I will say, guys, is things go badly wrong, say in the first 50-60 turns, what I will do is restart the campaign and we will put that newly acquired knowledge to use. What I also like to say, guys, is that experimental element extends to you guys. If you've got hints and tips about improving loyalty and just managing it as a whole, feel free to add comments to the video, this video and future videos as we go along. If you also think I'm doing something incredibly stupid, feel free to tell me. I mean, I've got no problems with that. I mean, you learn by your failures rather than your successes. Anyway, guys, for any of you guys who are not aware of how the new loyalty system actually works, we'll just choose this guy. And the way it works is the top 2 traits are fixed because they are the party traits. So when you start a campaign, you need to look at these very carefully, because these party traits will effectively define your campaign. If you've got a trait up here, and one that kind of springs to mind for Carthage is if he's got a trait that says he hates Easterners. Because if you've got someone who actually hates Easterners, if you go out and make lots and lots of trade deals, especially as you expand the empire, that is going to give you a loyalty penalty. And of course, obviously, conversely, if you get someone who actually likes trade Easterners, well, down here, like this guy likes barbarians, if I kind of show you here, you can see that that will give positive effect on influence. So these top 2 traits will define your campaign whether you like it or not. And the bottom trait actually relates to the leader. So like this guy here has got a thirst for power. Thirst for power is a real pain in the neck, because it says here you get -10 loyalty, but the party's influence is lower than the ruling party's influence. So at the moment that hasn't kicked in, because for some strange reason this landowner's party is more powerful than my actual ruling party. But that will change, because the faction leader will gain 4 gravitas per turn no matter what he's doing. So he's eventually going to become the most powerful faction. And then this guy, what will happen is this will drop by another -10, which is another reason why I want to get rid of him. And of course, if you've got thirst for power up in the top 2 traits, that's something that's going to give you a lot of problems as you go along. And just to round this bit off, here's a quick breakdown of how the loyalty is at the moment. You can see here the difficulty level comes from the fact I'm playing on hard. If you're playing on normal, it would be 0. If you're playing on very hard or legendary, it's -20. The Imperium level comes because we are at the moment Imperium level 3. Now the description actually says +5, so I'm not too sure where the +10 comes from. As you can see, once we hit Imperium level 4, any impact from a positive Imperium disappears, and of course this will build up to, I think it's minus 35 over here. So that's going to be an interesting challenge, and you can see this guy also gets +4 because he likes Romans, because we've already got a trade deal with the Romans. The promoted characters seems to be like a first turn perk. I think that's the way these party leaders are automatically given promotions, so they've got some nice stats to work with, and that's actually reflected. I think this guy's got +6, and of course the government type comes from being a republic, and I mean there's some nice effects in here. You can see we get +20% public order from penalties due to presence of foreign cultures. Of course we get the -10 loyalty for political parties. You get +3 public order per turn, all provinces. That's going to be useful. You get +5 tariff income from trade agreements to add on top of the other perk that we get from playing Carthage, I think is 10%, which means that we really want to get out and do some trade deals. And of course we get -10 upkeep costs for all armies. Now if for some reason you really draw some really bad traits in here, and when I say bad traits, say that you're starting with say -10 or -11 loyalty and it's all in here, that is a very real possibility when you play as Carthage. What you can do is actually convert to an oligarchy. I mean you could convert to a kingdom, but I can't see the benefit really. But an oligarchy could turn round your loyalty within the first 20 turns, because remember guys that on all new campaigns now, the first 20 turns you are protected from the effects of loyalty, so you will not get a war of succession within the first 20 turns. But if you don't get the loyalty sorted out for a large faction within the first 20 turns, there's a real percentage chance that you could get a war of succession on turn 21 or turn 22. So you could convert to an oligarchy. Now I've created a separate video that does the first 20 turns of a Carthage campaign where I do convert to a government. So feel free to go and watch that video if you want to know how it's done. But of course one of the objectives of this Let's Play is we're going to try and play as a republic, because the idea is to build up a republic and then eventually we're going to convert to an empire. Unfortunately we can't see all the traits associated with an empire, but you can see here we get +10 loyalty for all political parties, which is going to be very, very useful. But in order to get to an empire, we need to get to Imperium level 5, we need to get 65% influence of the ruling party. Again, that shows that if you've got a party with a thirst for power, that's going to be a problem, because obviously if we're 65% influence, they're going to have less influence. And of course we get positive loyalty, and of course it's interesting that when we do convert to an empire, we're going to have to manage this -30 public order for effectively 10 turns, and of course more importantly we're going to have -30 loyalty for all parties. So there's a very good chance that when you convert to an empire, that you could actually trigger a war of succession, which is something you actually need to plan for. I think that's enough of the loyalty bit. So let's kind of get down to some real work, guys. My admiral's here. He's the guy who's got to get himself killed. I think maybe we'll deal with him first, so I don't forget. And I think we'll just get rid of his units, and I think we're just going to send him up. Yeah, I mean, he could do a bit of exploration actually first. Nah, we're going to get him killed first, because I'm not sure what the consequences are. We'll send him up over to Ephesus here, though there's a little navy here. I don't know if they will attack. But we're going to get rid of him first, and I think maybe we will do some politics first. See if we can get some trade deals. Yeah, moderate. Now, I always tend to try and get trade deals over non-aggressions, because what actually seems to happen is that if you get the maybe we can get a non-aggression with this guy. No, okay. I find that if you get a trade deal, eventually non-aggressions will follow, because when you have a trade deal, your relationship with that faction actually builds up over time. Plus, of course, we actually get cash. But if there's an opportunity to get a non-aggression, I will take it. Yep, they've accepted. Thank you. Cyrene, these guys, I would really love to get on side.
The day is already old, and
great.
I am told our treasuries lack a sum of gold. Perhaps you might feel the urge to remedy that.
2,400.
I am told our treasuries lack a sum.
Okay, we'll take that, guys.
You have spoken with clarity of thought.
They don't want a trade agreement. The reason I've gone for the non-aggression there, guys, is these invariably in the first couple of turns break away from Egypt, and then they become a real pain in the neck. And I don't really want that. And also, moderate. Okay, they've accepted the trade deal. Thank you.
Your offer is fair and honourable.
Well, you're not going to give me a trade deal. Okay. And it's always worth trying,
I am sure
even if these guys are negative. Because you can see here, the game can throw up some odd things in turn 1. I'm not going to push it too much. Yeah, rejected. Great.
Be grateful that you are not eating this mighty treasure piece by piece. With you insult honor.
Maybe we'll go for about 900. Yeah, they've accepted. Thank you. That'll get back some of the cash I've spent. So we've already got a trade deal with Egypt. I'm going to keep the war going with Epirus, simply because that keeps the Romans happy. And Etruscan League, well, we can't talk to them anyway. These guys should be good for a trade deal. Yep, hi, thank you.
Now,
see if we can get a bit of cash out of them. As I say, they are on my hit list, but not in the short term. Okay, get a bit more. Thank you. A bit more, okay. Wow, okay. Maybe we can go for the full 3,000. Yeah, they've accepted, thank you. I will take that. These guys are normally good for a trade deal and actually a non-aggression.
And may the blessings of the gods
and you can normally get some cash out. Actually, let's do the trade deal first. That's a mistake, guys. Big mistake. Anyway, we'll see if we can get a non-aggression. And we'll get some cash out of there. What I was trying to do there, guys, is sometimes if you get someone who really likes you, actually, let's go for the full 3,000 just to recover from my mistake. Yeah, they've accepted. Yeah, sometimes if you get someone who really likes you, and what you can do is get a trade deal, get some cash, and then do a non-aggression and get some cash. But obviously I messed that up. Hopefully these guys, they're not at war with anyone.
Let us use our time
get some more cash out of these guys. Maybe we won't go quite so fast here. Oh, no. Okay. Wow. This is moderate. They've accepted. Oh, we are rolling in the cash here, guys. Actually, let's try it with these guys again. Let's see if we can get a non-aggression with them.
Speak, my friend. And burden.
Yep, they've accepted. Thank you.
Truly, my good and noble friend.
And that will make them lifelong friends. And see if we can get something out of Syracuse. Again, we'll go with a trade agreement first, because they're often more inclined to actually do it. Todotani, these guys can often be a bit of a pain. Wow. This is incredible, guys. Wow, that's swept the board. And we've got 32,000 to spend. Wow. Okay, that is awesome. Right, so we've got 32,000 to spend. We've got an agent here. I think what I want to do is get my agent up this way. I think I can get 2 agents, so have a quick here. Yep, get 2 spies. I want is another spy over here. I was certainly going to get you out of the settlement. And can you actually recruit anything here? Not particularly that good. What's that here? Some Iberian cavalry, that's expensive. I think you can just drop it into patrol for the moment. And we're just going to grab an agent here. What we got here? 5%. No, line of sight. That looks pretty good. -3% upkeep for. Now that could be a good one, but I like this line of sight, guys, because this guy's gonna have to wander out and explore Iberia for me. So we're gonna get that here, and we're looking at the armies, and we've got wow. This is my faction leader. What's he doing here? I think we'll get rid of the elephants. I like fighting with elephants, but at the same time, what I like is the fact that elephants are really, once you've got strong armies, so that you can use the terror fact on them. When you've got a naff weak army like this, they're not much good on, to be honest, and they're quite expensive. I think we're going to get rid of him. We're certainly going to get our faction leader. A bit worried about this guy. I'm going to think about that one. And the other thing I also want to do is raise a navy down here. We're going to have to plan this, I think, guys. We've got a statesman here. And we could send him out, but I'm risking one of my better statesmen. I'm getting this guy killed. Okay, let's see what we can get in the way of a Magnum. They're all the same. Wealth from local, cultural conversion, local province, commanders here. Alpha source. Now I want a guy who's, I think maybe we'll recruit this guy. Can't actually see his traits are okay. Let's recruit this guy here. The reason I'm recruiting this little navy, so he's Halico. One here, he's the other one, aren't you? What I'm thinking, guys, is we'll raise this guy as with a fleet, and he can go off and make the contacts with the trade agreement. Okay, we're going to raise this guy. I think I might need this guy for something else because he's got cultural conversion and public order. He could be quite useful, and this guy's got there. And I think we'll just keep. Yeah, I think we'll just go with this guy. So we're going to raise a fleet. Obviously, we want something as cheap as possible. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because his job is not going to be to fight wars, but actually make contact with our trading partners in the east and explore the map. Right, guys, we've got lots and lots of cash to spend now, so let's come in here. Let's have a quick look through. And of course, we've got Africa and Corsica and Sardinia are our two complete provinces. Of course, we've got these ones here, which are going to be a real pain in the neck. And I think what I'm going to do is, at the moment, is just untax these. I don't think they're actually worth the effort. They're not making enough cash, and I think what we're going to do is just get some temples into these and tax this one as well. Yeah, the culture's 6 against 4, so we definitely need temples in here. 2 reasons: 1 for the cultural conversion, 2 for the sanitation. Mauritania, what's your cultural conversion like? You have 2 against 4, so you definitely need a temple. Also -7 public order. Now, certainly going to need to fix that. I think what we're going to do is get that in there as well. Hispania, I think we're get a temple in here, but I think what you actually need is a muster field, because this is where we're going to build our army that's going to conquer Iberia. Scylla, like, guess now this is going to be a bit of a difficult call, guys, because I want a temple in here for the sanitation, because we're not going to be attacking Syracuse for some time, so we'll get a temple in here. But do I want a military recruitment capability here? But we've got here, we've got quite a major recruitment center here, which is a perk of the capital of Carthage. I don't really need a major recruitment center here. Okay. I just get this instinct. I feel the need. I think I'm going to wait 1 turn and actually see what we get from once this guy's died. Yeah, I think we'll leave our faction leader there for the moment. Okay, guys. Right, we need a temple. Well, I certainly want that to go up. We need to deal with the public order. And this is going to be our most vulnerable settlement if these guys kick off. So I'm kind of a bit inclined. And Thrapsus is there. You're a fishing port. And how are you going to be for public? Your sanitation's not going to kick in quite late in the game. And we could actually, let's expand this. Okay, fishing port. Okay, what do we get for this? Banditry, squalor. Okay, I think maybe we'll put a fishing port in there for the cash. That's in Thrapsus. And I think what we'll do is we'll put a temple here for the sanitation. And what we'll do exactly the same here. And we're also going to open up this. So we've got 7,000 to spend. I'm kind of inclined to take this up immediately. We've got enough food, guys, and I'd love to. I mean, I want this capital up because obviously I want the garrison as big as possible. I think we're going to go with that, and I don't need a recruitment center here. Okay, can't. I'm just going to hang on to the cash, guys. So I'm going to go for an end turn. Oh no, we've got research to do, and we've got edicts to do as well. So we haven't quite got there yet. And the one I always go for is this, because I want my dignitaries in ASAP. And of course, from an edict point of view, we've got 2 edicts, and we've only got 2 complete provinces, so we're just going to drop tax harvesting into here. And I did deploy this guy, didn't I? Nope. Okay. He's deployed, and we're just going to go for an end turn now, guys. Ha! And here they come. Oh, wow. Got the remaining force. Okay. Oh, look at that, he's died. What a shame. An honourable death, Nama, Admiral, Political Party, Landowners Party. Your characters died valiantly in battle. Yes, well. Right, so we better go and have a look at the consequences of that. -21. Leader dies in battle, -27. Wow, that's gonna... I'm gonna have to look after my generals then, aren't I? So, who's the new leader? Hasdrubal. Oh, he was one on the ranks at the top. And he is a patriot. -5 loyalty for every enemy army present in player's territory. It's 20. I think we can live with that, guys. I mean, what other traits has he got? Oops, sorry about that, guys. Hasdrubal. Spread rumours. Traits here. So, you've got a little bit of a promotion. Got minus upkeep. Pretty positive, actually. Minus public order. +1, you have Magmanius, +4. I think what we're going to do, guys, is I think we're going to put him into this army here. What is he? He's the Landowners Party, isn't it? And the Landowners Party is over here, isn't it? Or am I overplaying this, guys? If I put him there, wow, he's not going to cause any trouble. We've got 20 turns to play with. We can move these guys around. I just want my faction leader out of here. I just don't like the idea of him, because invariably I will forget that he's here, and then I will have a problem. That's Halko, that's Hasdrubal. Okay, you've got the job, guys. Okay, we'll just give him a cheap unit. We'll get our faction leader back, and we'll drop him here, so that he can contribute. Gonna get my little navy can get out. I want you to aim for roughly about there. There's not much point coming along here, guys. We know Egypt's here, and we've got these Yozos here. Actually, these guys didn't actually break away on turn 1, did they? Quick look. No, they didn't. Okay, that's unusual. Normally, turn 1, these guys declare independence from Egypt. Yeah, that's a turn up for the book, guys. Okay, Bactria. Let's have a quick. What can we build here? And I want to get some cash going. And you're building there, and we can expand this again. We've got a temple going there, and this will be here. I think what I'm going to do is expand this, and we'll put that in there, because we need some cash going from the perspective of our empire. I think food we're okay at the moment. I think we'll put that in Corrales, and that's going to be all our turn. And of course, guys, what you've got to remember is, well, I'll just show you, if we go for a breakdown in here, you will see that we're going to get income from our maritime buildings. So what we in commerce here, and we will get the bonuses from the faction traits. So we need to build these buildings up, these ports up here, these ports up here. You can see, because we get 180 wealth from maritime commerce and local commerce, and so we're going to get some perks from that. I think that's all we're going to do, guys. Just going to go for an end turn. And I didn't move my agent. Okay. Right, our faction leader is back home, and I completely forgot to move my buy here. So we're just going to get you. I think we go over here, but make contact with the Lusitani first, because they can be a bit of a pain in the neck. And just make sure our fleet keeps moving. If we can make some contact, we should be able to. If we cut sail to about there, we should be able to make some contact here. Yep. Head up towards Rhodes. We've got these guys here. We can actually Colossus. They don't like it.
I am honored to receive this embassy,
but it's high.
And will listen with
Sometimes
interest
this game
to all you have
just
to say.
defies logic, actually. Right, okay. Rejected. Okay.
Gold is usually offered in payment of service. We are not your servants, friend, are we?
Maybe we'll just go from modest 900. Accepted.
The gods of Olympus rejoice when men
Sparta.
show such
That's no
good
good.
sense.
We can't actually trade with Sparta. No point actually doing anything. Of course, now when we go for our trade agreements, we're going to have to watch the political alliances. So, like, we won't make a trade deal with the Sucalids or any of their satrapies, because I want to keep Egypt on side as long as possible. Okay, guys, let's get back to the nuts and bolts. I can't see me actually getting a proper battle in this part. Kind of I'd like to take that up, actually, because I'd like to strengthen this defences just in case these idiots turn out. Let's have a quick look here. Tingris, still got public order issues. Let me just have a quick look through here. Actually, I want to take that up. Actually, that's actually going to cost me 3 food, but I think I want that up ASAP. And it's going to take all my cash for this turn, because again, this settlement could take the brunt of any sudden attack from this lot. These lots can get quite fractious. Actually, have these actually declared war on each other yet? Oh, they're at war with they're up here. They're not at war with anyone. They're at war, obviously they're all picking on. They're at war with the Lusitani, that goes without saying, and these are at war with the Lusitani. The Lusitani are just over here, so they're actually diverting their attentions that way, which is good. And just a quick check of the public order. So the only one that's still going down is Mauritania, but we should be able to turn that round fairly quickly, especially once we've got a governor. So I think that's all we can do this turn, guys. So just going to go for an end turn. Okay, all declared. Okay. Yep, they're now kicking off in Iberia. Yep. So we're just going to keep an eye on that, guys. I'm not going to get involved in it, but what I might do is actually start building. Actually, send this agent all the way up here so I can actually remember. And I'm going to come over here and
How may I serve you, Lady Tanit? Bless our journey.
come through here. And we got there. I think I will start building this army up a little bit.
How can I serve
Okay.
Carthage?
Recruit. Actually, I think we'll get rid of this guy. I don't like skirmishers. I think we'll get.
It is a great and
Well, we'll start
glorious
recruiting the
to fight for our
slingers, if
country.
nothing else, for the army, and with our fleet again. If Rhodes is normally a good shot, and I think I want to find the Sucalids, even if I'm not going to actually make a trade deal with them. Okay, Rhodes is here, and you've got Lydia there. Hopefully Rhodes will give us a trade deal.
If I can give
thank
you a fair answer, you will have it.
Get a bit of cash out of them. Get a bit more. Okay, let's go for the whole lot. Okay, maybe we can get the full 3,000 out of them. Yes, thank you.
I accept.
And they've given us Athens,
have an
which is
agreement,
another advantage
and I'm sure
of
I have some.
actually doing this, guys. Athens should be at the top. Again, Athens could be a good one for.
If I can give you a
trade
fair
deal.
answer, you will have it.
So, high, yep, keep going. Let's go to the full 3,000, see if it's still high. Yes, thank you.
Your proposal has merit.
And of course, we're not going to bother with Lydia. I mean, because they're actually a satrapy of the Sucalids, and they're not actually at war with Egypt just at the moment. But I just don't want to rub them up the wrong way. Okay, so we've got 12,000 to spend, which is a nice little bit of a cost here. And of course, I didn't raise my faction leader here. So, going to raise an army here, and could give him a sacred band cavalry, but he's not going to fight at the moment. So, I'm going to raise my faction leader here. His job is literally just to stand here with a small army. Maybe I'll recruit something here. We've got a couple of hoplites, Carthaginian hoplites. We've got no missile troops as such. Mercenary situation. Oh, that's pretty cool. Median mercenary archers. Okay. One thing nice about playing the Carthaginians, you can get some quite good mercenary units. I think we're just going to get a couple of these guys in. We've got the cash for it, and that will give him an army. He can stand here, add a little bit to the economy, and get things going. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick flip through again, guys. Do I want to expand this area here? I think I'm going to take this up here. I do really want the best garrison. Let's say 13. I think there's not a lot in it actually. And the garrisons are all very much one and the same, aren't they? That's 12 market settlement. I think we're going to go with a civil settlement. Actually, no, let's go with a farming settlement. That gives me the best income. It also gives me a bit of growth. But I want to get that built up, just so that there's some strong defences here. Got Tingris here, and I think what I want here is to get some food going in Tingris as well. Let's have a quick look. Mauritania's Lydia. Yeah, you can't actually do anything just yet. So Corsica and Sardinia, I think maybe we need to get a little bit of food going there, because I don't want negative food. And I think the same in Mauritania, so we'll just get a little bit of food here, and I can build this up, because if we come up down to here you can see the squalor kicks in, but the temple will offset the squalor. So, because I don't want my faction to start starving to death. I mean, I could open up some farming down here in Africa as well. Got this farming province here. Could open this up for some farming as well. Got here or here. Anyway, maybe the next turn, guys. I'm just gonna go for an end turn, guys. Oh, got unassigned skills. So, got our governor getting in on the action. Certainly don't need cultural conversion. We need a bit of cash. Actually, upkeep for armies. Let's go for that. I mean, 2% will be useful. Land recruitment costs. Civil administration, maybe we'll go with that first. This here. Wounding agents, well, it'll be that much use. I'm just going to go for an end turn.
I ask you, doing you
yeah,
proper
I'm going to take
honor.
that, guys.
You have the eye.
It's probably going to upset the people they're at war with, but I want peace for the first 20 turns, guys. I don't want to start a war here. We've got ceremonial rights, that's good. Our hidden agent's been exposed. Yeah, I don't want to get into a war. Look at that. This whole raft of construction here. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to get into a war just yet. Find the Lusitani. Yep, there's the Lusitani. And then you can come up here. That. I'm going to go over it. Check out our navy. And now, you know Egypt's there. If we keep coming in, I just want you to get the Suclids on the map. There we are. And I want you to come back now. Macedonia. That's all I wanted to find here. So we've basically got the Suclids as a known faction, so we can actually see what's going on. Got 6,000 to spend, and I should be able to recruit governors, so I'm going to spend the money on governors. I want a governor here. Growth, public order, bread and games, unit replacement. Certainly want you here, and we're going to put the other governor here. So we're going to recruit an agent here. Yeah, civil administration, tax rates, wealth, growth, unit replenishment, morale, wealth from agriculture. Not a lot in it, guys, so I think we'll go with that. We've got research to do, and the first thing I want to do is head for where we got here, workshop, training grounds. Oh, hang on. Oh, we get the barracks straight away. because I want to get some veterans in as well. And that's virtually blown all my cash for this turn. I don't think I can build anything else at all. I mean, I could open up a farm here, and could actually a farming settlement. Oops, bit of a fail there, guys. We don't have enough cash. Okay, just gonna have to go for an intern. We should get slums on the first turn. Right.
My lord.
Come up here.
Bless our journey.
Oh, we can't trade with these guys, but
There is more
I think we're gonna bring you this way because I want you to end up in Iberia eventually. So I want you to effectively come across here, meet these guys here. So, because if I come across here, it would say be actually sending a navy up round here. So we've got the bees and Liguriia, and just get these guys up here.
At your service.
I don't know. We actually met Lusitani, didn't we? Okay, let's see. Guys, give me a trade deal.
Come, let me hear your talk.
Okay.
I warn you, I have no stomach for the meek or nice.
But they're actually at war with the Turdetani. I'm tempted by the trade deal. And they're actually hostile for obvious reasons. How much does the Turdetani actually like us? Okay. They're actually like it there. Treaties with the Turdetani 43. They don't like us for that. I'm not going to aggravate them even more because I don't want to kick them off into a war. So these guys are at war with the Lusitani. So okay,
I'm sure you have many pleasantries for me, but please
these guys.
don't bother. Talk of meat, not honey.
Yeah, they've accepted. We got a little bit of cash from them.
people.
Yeah, I'm not going to aggravate the Turdetani. I mean, I'm going to conquer them eventually, but I just don't want them aggravated just at the moment into declaring war because I'm not ready to go to war at the moment.
I would travel many miles for Carthage.
Okay, let's see where the public order is. Mauritania's still got public order issues, so I think we actually need to fix that. And I think I'm going to put a lot of to actually do that farming settlement. No, okay, I made another mistake there, guys. It would have turned into here. Okay, so Spania's static. Okay, let's get a temple of Baal Harmoon in there. I think we'll get another temple there. Really get the cultural effect underway. And we've still got plenty of food, and I think that's all we can do this turn. Did I move the navy? Now you can move under your own steam. Let's check the agents. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted, guys. I did this agent, didn't I? And we got this agent done as well. Just gonna go for an intern, guys. There we are, construction report. Got our capital going, our money there. We've got a population surplus in Corsica and Sardinia. Factions being destroyed. The Etruscan League, that goes without saying, they normally don't last. Surprised they've actually lasted as long as they already have. Right, guys, let's move the navy. See if you can get up close. Actually, if you come up this way, past Lididia, we may actually make a little bit of contact. We'll head towards. Nope, nobody knew. Okay. A couple of things. Something that's just occurred to me, guys, is actually just come in here, just show you guys the effect of banditry because we've got trade routes. We got fairly rampant banditry because, of course, you get 3 free regions, and of course, because Carthage starts with 14 regions, we get immediately a 11 banditry, which is having an effect. You can see that. Although we fixed the banditry here because, of course, we got the army here. What on earth are you doing there? You around here. Got to move this guy. Okay. You should be able to do there, and we're going to deploy. Actually, gaining any experience from this? No. Okay, maybe if we deploy you, you might actually gain some experience. I do need to raise a small navy here. Let's have a quick look at the statesman. Barkid, so we've got Bostar, and we got somebody from the landowners party. Great. What's the political balance now? We're 32%, so we're actually pulling ahead. Okay, let's just try raising a navy here just to see who we get. We got this guy, religious buildings, cultural conversion, and you've got cultural conversion. Well, I don't need you in my centre here, so we'll raise him. Landowners party. Maybe I could get this guy in. Might as well get him in doing some stuff. He's a statesman. Okay, what we're going to do is reinstate the legacy, and we're going to get something a bit better. Wow, 578. Well, maybe we'll give him that.
Ready for orders. Ships to port.
And we'll get you a couple. We're certainly going to get you a supply ship and something like that. The reason I'm raising a navy here, guys, is simply because you need a navy to move armies across this stretch of water if you want to avoid attrition. So I think maybe we get a navy in there just for the moment. And of course what we're going to do is get here, Beatica. I certainly want Temple to Bar Hamun here. And where else can we actually improve stuff? I could really do a temple here as well, so that we can really push the culture. What's the cultural effects like now? Yeah, we're doing 4 against 5, so our culture is, well, it says it's rising at the moment, so let's just check Numidia. That's 4 against the desert nomads, so that's actually still rising as well. So could pump that in. And Scalia, I think we're probably falling here. Yeah, we're falling because of the effect. So that's 5, 7. You've only got 2, so I think we actually need the Temple to Baal Hamun here to protect our culture rather than over there. Because if any of you guys have never seen this before, what actually happens is that when you actually have a cultural effect here, see, if we've got a culture of 4, we're up against a culture of 6, but our culture is actually, our percentage culture is actually lower than the desert nomads. So even though they've got more cultural influence, our culture is still rising. It will rise to 4 against 10, so effectively this should rise to 40%. Once it gets to 40%, then it will stabilize. So we got another couple of percentage points there before we actually need a temple in this area. And I think that's all we can do this turn, guys. I'm just going to go for an end turn. Just move my agent. Make sure these agents are on the move. Actually, I think what I want you to do is to kind of come down this way now. I've got this agent who's quite happily moving. Maybe you come out this way and then down to what's it called here? Can't remember what this one is actually called. Masilla, and come in this way and go across through there. So I'm just going to go for an end turn, guys. Hidden agent exposed. Fatal population, yeah. So we're really now getting everything fixed. Got our navy here. Let's see if the faction leader is actually gaining any experience. Nope. Okay. Are any of these guys actually gaining any experience? Or nope, they're not doing anything. Okay. Well, that's the way it goes. No point worrying about it. I think they gain experience, but I think the process is so slow that it barely shows up. I think they've got to do about 20 or 30 turns. That's Macedonia done. So now we're going to do now is push our navy up through here. Maybe these guys will offer us something. Right, we can't. So
I will listen carefully to your words and then give judgment.
Get a bit of cash out of them.
Greetings, and now business.
Okay, so we can get the full 3,600. Wow, God, we're gonna be cheeky guys here.
Hermes has blessed
Greed.
us with prosperity.
Always
Do
comes
not try
before
to
a fall.
buy our
Let's
favor.
go for the 3,000.
We are not Roman graveyard whores.
Yep. Won't be so greedy this
Now
time.
we can drink.
There's nothing we can do about Pergamon. We can't actually trade with them. There's no point in dealing. Can't trade with these guys. I don't. Masilla here. Oh, my bad. Masilla should
Greetings,
be a
my
good
friend.
shot.
You have my ear
Okay.
for your speech,
Trade
and if
agreement,
it profits
moderate.
my people,
Yeah, they've accepted.
your
I'd like
proposal
to get
has
a
merit for
non-aggression
my
with them as
people.
well.
Between friends, the gift
Yeah,
of
I think we
gold
can
is.
put 720
You
for
have
them.
spoken with clarity of thought and a rhetorical flourish.
The reason I've got a non-aggression trade agreement with these guys could be very, very good allies if we get into a battle here. We could trade with these guys, but they're actually at war with Rome, and I don't want to upset Rome, so that's going to be something that's going to be okay. These agents are still on the move. We got a bit of cash to spend again, so let's just have a quick look through. I want to get this up, guys. I want a better garrison here. I think that should, because that was 11. If I go up to 2, that will give me 8, 9, 10, 12. That will actually just give me a garrison of 12. Wow. Okay, but it's going to give me a bit more cash. Maybe I need to go for. Let's see. Better spend money on. Certainly could do with that. I'm kind of. Do I want the cultural influence here? I think that gives me 2 sanitation. I want that up as a food base, and I think we're going to go with that as another resource, and see if we can get anything else. Yeah, you can get a temple here. What would we get that here? Level ships, so we don't need Baal Hamun here. So maybe if we go with that, public order, sanitation. Mauritania's still falling. Mauritania's still falling. Oh, it's only -1, and we got a temple on that going. Okay. I think we'll get that there, because that will actually improve the levels of our ships when that's built. What else do we get here? That's +4. It's +2 public order plus 7. Yeah, that gives us another +5 from maritime commerce actually. So I think maybe we'll just put that there. And I'm aware of the time, guys. I think we're going to go one more turn, and that's going to be it for this part, guys. Right, we've now got logistics, and our hidden agents exposed. We've got our judges got an increase in rank. Mission issue: recruit a champion. Yeah, well, we're going to recruit a champion anyway because we just got the search, and of course I want my champion to be here. Get in the way of a champion. Construction, religious building, wealth from local province, cultural conversion. Yeah, we certainly want. No, what am I on about? That's a general. Okay, we'll rerun that, guys. So what we want, got +6% campaign movement range, military training, and -2 upkeep. For army, that'd be quite good. Harass, -2 upkeep. Yeah, not quite so good. -4 upkeep. 2 replenishment recruit. I actually like this guy actually because he's more rounded. So we're certainly going to recruit him. And of course we should get martial skill. Action, yeah, well, that's a waste of time. And we've got 5,000 to spend. And we're just going to... I know I keep setting this navy on auto-resolve, but I actually quite like moving my navies across the surface. Should be able to make contact here. And we're going to go up this way. See what we got here. So we now got Bithynia. Should be good
Be
for
welcome.
a trade agreement.
If I can give you a fair answer, you will have it.
Get some more. 1800. Yep, keep going. Go for the full 3,000. Thank you.
I accept. We have.
And hopefully these guys are who are you at war with. Got no idea who you are, but
well met, friend.
Agreement. Yes,
Sit
thank
and
you.
let your words move me to anger or agreement, as you wish of them.
Yeah, they've accepted.
This is fair to
Thank you. And I think what we will do is we will go round this way round. Actually, I think. Right, where's my agents? Well, we know about Masilla. Oh, where are you? There you are. I think maybe we'll send you across this way.
Setting forth in the name of Carthage.
Can't trade with these guys,
Bless our journey.
but we might be able to trade with those. And what I want is you. I want you actually moving back this way, because I want you kind of hanging around, keeping an eye on what this lot's up to now. Can't actually get into here, because what I do want is a barracks now. It's quite curious, guys, actually, because if I click here, we get a nice range of recruitment from just the muster field. We don't actually gain that much extra. If we get these guys here, we're pretty good with the melee attack. And of course, then when we get to level 3, we actually get ourselves an elephant. You actually get quite a lot of good recruitment from the actual, just the basic muster field, actually, guys. I do want to get that up. I think it's now time to start building this army up, because we can only build up 2 at a time. So I do need to start building this army up a little bit, and what I would love to do is start taking up Tingris here. You've still got -2. You're being a real pain in the neck here, actually. Please, Tingris. Okay, and I mean, I could take that up, and that would give me a bit more cash, but built up quite nicely. What else can we get here? Anything that's going to give us some extra well, plus 12% on maritime commerce. And that could be quite cool, actually, guys, because we don't need this. We don't need the cultural conversion and the influence, because I think we're pretty good here in this area for. Yeah, I mean, we're outstripping these guys by miles, so I think maybe we go with, where was it now? Where was it? Commerce, sanitation, Punic cultural wave. That's 5%. Where was it? I've lost it, guys. Okay, where did we go there? Siege of on Lake, plus 12% wealth from maritime commerce. Okay, I'm going to drop that in there. Of course, we're going to need to do some research, and I do need now to start pushing out on this direction. Public order across the board would be quite good. I do want some growth, and yeah, let's go for that. We've still got 2,000 to spend, so maybe I do need to push that up. Let's have a quick look at anything else here. Okay. You can drop that in there. Again, I think I'd rather have that. Yeah, I think what we will do is build this up, get a bit more food underway, and one more turn, guys, one more turn, and then that will be the end of this part. Okay, we've got loads of rates, and we certainly want, what I want here is public order cultural conversion. We're actually in this point here, so I think what I'm interested here is upkeep for land armies. That could be useful, because we could be building this guy up, but no, let's go with that, and we'll go with that. Now these guys need cultural conversion and public order, because I want to drive my culture up as high as possible in these areas. Public order, no public order there. Wealth from sanitation, what's that? -5 sanitation. Go with this, and we'll drive the cultural conversion here. Really start to build the empire up. We're making lots and lots of cash. That's very, very nice. So one more turn, guys, and then that will be it. that goes. Hidden agent exposed. Mission issued. Research detection for management. Call to arms. What we get for that? Yeah, well, that's not worth worrying about, to be honest. I think I'm going to stick with what I'm actually doing. Got a population surplus in Skellia. That's going to be quite useful. Now, obviously this is going to be the last turn, guys, so what I want to do is have a quick look at the politics. This is actually 3 now. Oh, so that's actually reducing over time. That's okay. So we now got this positive. This is positive. This guy needs to be given a little bit more of a shove. What does he want? Government type, likes barbarians, promoted characters, and this guy actually is positive 13. If we can promote anyone, actually, who's this guy? Hanoid. Dynasty. No, you can't be promoted. You can't be promoted. It's one way you can actually improve your standing is by actually promoting these guys. One thing I will say, guys, is if you promote someone from the other parties, you get a positive effect. If you promote somebody from your own party, you actually get a negative effect on the other parties. So we're looking good here, guys. I don't know what can there. +1 authority. Well, we'll give him that. Might as well. Got nothing else to do with it. And we'll just get our agent back. And I want you just lurking around here for the moment. And maybe we just deploy you. And this agent, can you get across and make contact over here?
As you command, my lord.
So we're just going to get this back here. And who are you at war with? Nobody. Right, see if we can get a trade deal with you.
Greetings to you. I trust you come with honorable words that I can hear kindly.
God, could we get it a bit higher? Might get greedy. Moderate. They've accepted 4,200. Wow. And we got the Pictones. I don't think we can actually trade with these guys. So we got 13,000 to spend. Let's see what we can do. This is building up quite nicely. I certainly want to spend the money on this and see if we got anything else. We've got 8,000 to spend. I could do with taking up this area here. I think what I will do here is actually create a muster field, just so that I can actually recruit over here should we get any trouble kicking off. Isabum, I'd like to take that up, but I think we're going to definitely get the Temple of Bar Hamun in here, and I think we're going to do the same here. Spend this money building up this area here. Of course, we're going to move our navy, see if we can make any more friends, and we'll just become more across here, about there. And what we've got here is Sinop. Okay, Sinop, are you going to be in the mood to give me a trade deal? You're not at war with anybody.
Greetings, my friend. You have my ear for your speech,
take a bit
and
more
if it
cash.
profits my people, agreement too.
Okay, keep going. They've accepted. We've got another 3,000 to spend.
We have an agreement.
And of course, the agents. Okay. And of course, I forgot to put this guy into the army. Get him into the army. We can start training. Let's recruit a couple more guys. I think we'll just keep building up our front line at the moment. So that we've got a credible force down here to actually defend our area. And right, Thrapsus, we could take Thrapsus up. Let's see what we got here. Can't really take this up. I'm keep neglecting that. I really need to improve it. Hispania, why is this place still got a public order issue? What the heck's going on here? Why are these guys so unhappy in Hispania? That actually causing this problem? Cultural differences, taxes. God, maybe we're just going to have to get this guy in control for a little while, just to actually sort that out. Mauritania's here, neither here nor there. Okay, Africa. I mean, we could expand Africa here, but well, that actually does. No, I think I'll actually just do Thrapsus. I mean, might as well just get this underway. I think can't do that. Okay, Scylla, Mauritania, Lydia. Okay, just gonna bump up Thrapsus. Right, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. I think we've made good progress. Let's have a quick check. How many turns have I actually done? Okay, summary. We've actually played 9 turns, so we've got about halfway through our protected period. We've got a massive number of trade deals going. Probably making quite a lot of cash. We need to make that last as long as possible. We've got this semi-turned round. I think we're going to need to try and improve this a bit better. We've got one good successor here. Maybe we need to start recruiting some others. Of course, eventually I'm hoping the historical character will kick in and we will get an heir for our faction leader. We're slightly ahead at the moment, but we've got 2 kind of admirals here. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I say in the next part we will carry on building the empire up, making it as powerful as possible in preparation for us conquering Iberia. So all I can say, guys, is hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.